It has been exactly 365 days since I bought a professional football club based in Nairobi, Kenya. Since then, we've hosted the largest open trial in 5th Division history. We rented and completely remodeled our own clubhouse for all our players to live at, and we launched this ongoing documentary, Road to the Kenyan Premier League. We've gained millions of fans from all around the world, many of them joining in just the past few months since our series went viral in October as our club entered its 4th season. However, what many don't know is what it took to get to this point and what we were working on for years leading up to our international breakout. In this video, I'm covering all of the highlights from my first year as a club owner, and I'm also covering the key events in club history that brought us to this point and ultimately the many unlikely pieces that had to come together for me to be sitting here today making this video. You are now watching Road to the Kenyan Premier League. What's up, everyone? My name is Hayes Canup, JerseyBird founder and your host of Road to the Kenyan Premier League. I'll start with a brief recap of club history. I do not have time to cover the entire story. If you want that, go check out Season 2, Episode 4, but I will do a 60-second recap on the origins of Kahawa Pride FC. The club was originally founded in 2005 and was known as KSSA, or Kahawa Sportive Soccer Academy, a vibrant community and football academy within the neighborhood of Kahawa West. For 17 years, the academy on and off fielded a senior men's team and competed at varying levels within the Kenyan football pyramid, peaking with a promotion in 2012 to Division 2, the 4th tier, one above where we are now, but there wasn't enough funding to compete at that level, and the club fell back to the 6th tier over the next 2 seasons. 2022 was when everything changed, and the club officially rebranded from KSSA All-Stars to Kahawa Pride FC in an attempt to become more marketable and break out of the grassroots league once and for all. This is also when the Lionesses were founded, and they entered the picture as the official women's team. 2023 is when myself and JerseyBird got involved as we designed and manufactured the home kits that season, and I first met our current CEO, Matthias Olander. From 2023 to 2025, I made short-form content for the club, posting TikToks and Reels documenting the club as they fought to climb up the pyramid. My involvement was never supposed to be any bigger than that. I liked what the club was doing. It was JerseyBird's first club in Africa, and I enjoyed making videos about the story. But by early 2025, the club had fallen into a tough spot. After a strong promotion season in 2024, the club had hit a wall and was facing relegation again, headed back to the 6th tier, back to square one. At the time, the club had 2 options: accept the fact that we were never going to break out of the depths of the Kenyan pyramid, or double down, make some radical changes, and give it one last push. We decided on the latter, and during that discussion, I was invited to become a part owner of the club, now tasked with getting this story out to the world. I launched Season 1 of Road to the Kenyan Premier League exactly 365 days ago, and this is where my first year as an owner began. March through August were pretty difficult. JerseyBird was doing what it could to support the club, but the budget was shrinking. By September, the month of our open trials, we were burning so much cash, I just stopped counting, and at times I had to pull from my own personal savings to keep the project alive. On paper, none of this investment really made any sense. We were spending tens of thousands of dollars on a concept that was backed by just 3 decently performing YouTube videos. But we trusted in our vision, filmed a ton of content during September's open trials, and in October, I began posting weekly episodes about the journey. This is where things exploded. I launched Season 2 on October 5th, and Episode 1 went viral, amassing 6 million views on TikTok and another 300,000 on YouTube. Subsequent episodes continued to perform very well as the club's popularity exploded between October and December. Meanwhile, on the ground, our team was working overtime. Our club was in an entirely new era, a new clubhouse, new staff, 12 new players on the roster, there were so many moving pieces, it was hard to keep up. From building staircases to the rooftop, to creating and budgeting a new meal plan, to deciding how to keep the water heaters from breaking every other week, the amount of day-to-day decisions and work was staggering. And it was all new to us, and especially to me, as I had no prior experience in club management or even football in general. But things really got fun when the actual football began. At the end of October, we won our preseason cup in penalties, with Karani earning his Karani Mamba nickname.
Job's not finished.
We remodeled our entire house, and we're still making changes to this day, furnishing the basement to be our very own home gym. We turned the rooftop into an accessible, livable space, and we added countless other small details to make it the perfect home for a professional football club. We went live on YouTube for our first match, which peaked at over 4,000 concurrent viewers, and we became the first 5th division club to ever live stream one of their games. In our second match, we got our first win, with Austin Ochieng, Ezekiel Dugu, and Gideon Etyang combining for our first goal of the season, an 82nd minute game winner that we will never forget. I launched the first edition of our East Africa to EPL Challenge, an initiative to find undiscovered talent in East Africa, bringing in 3 community selected footballers to Nairobi for an open trial. And meanwhile, coverage within Kenya exploded as we gained more and more notoriety. Joseph Okumu, a football legend in Kenya, even came to visit our clubhouse, and our CEO, Matthias Olander, moved from Sweden to Kenya to focus entirely on growing the club. Between December and January, we continued growing, adding to our staff and bringing in key pieces like Alvin, our head of media, and revamping the house staff to better support our players' daily needs. We entered Kenya's largest domestic cup for the first time ever, a competition we previously never even dreamed of, and got humbled 1-9 against a Premier League giant. We signed our first major kit sponsorship with Betway Scores, joining a roster with a couple other decent-sized clubs like Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, Manchester City, and a couple other programs that you might be familiar with. And we secured a trip to London for our club with a chance to play inside the Emirates, one of the world's most iconic grounds. And yes, we finally got the pool table that everyone had been waiting for. That brings us up to today, February 26th, 2026. I'll be honest, it's been a very long year, and as anyone in this industry will tell you, if you want to run a football club, you better love it, because it's not going to be easy. And despite the massive successes we've enjoyed the past few months, we still have a mountain of work ahead of us. On the table, we're sitting very, very far from first place, which is the only spot that gets promoted, and we're still searching for a grass pitch during a time when AFCON 2027 has a majority of potential facilities in Nairobi closed for renovations. Regardless, it is clear that we are building something special, and the fan base we've gained really is unlike anything I've ever seen. So thank you for watching this video, following our story, and supporting our organization. We truly appreciate each and every one of our viewers. So there you have it, my first year as a club owner, the ups, the downs, everything in between. Honestly, this video could go on for hours, but I will go ahead and cut it here. Our next match is this Sunday, March 1st at 3 p.m. East African time. That is noon in London and 7 a.m. in New York. We are on the road against 4th on the table RDU FC. If you're local, the venue is AP Embakasi, and if you're not local, we will be live right here on the JerseyBird YouTube channel. This really is a crucial match for us. We're coming off a loss 2 weeks ago and a canceled match last week, and this week we have a chance to bounce back with our biggest test yet against our best opponent so far. That's all I got for this video. If you liked it, drop a like, drop a sub, comment where you are watching from. As always, thank you for the incredible amount of support from all around the world, and I will see you in the next one.